Okay, so for the sake of this video, when you hear me say the word Staster Station, you know what word I'm talking about. Hello beautiful people, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. I am Darla and you are tuned into the 30 journey. Here we're on a faith and fulfilled journey through our 30s, and I'm so happy you decided to join me for this video today. All right fam, so this is going to be a very fun video. Because this is going to be a fun video, but it's going to be a very important video, I really want to make sure that I get the message across that I'm trying to get across with this video, because it is so important. First, I want to start off by saying that our journeys are not the same. We are all children of God, and what he may be revealing to one of his children, he may not be revealing to another, depending on where they are on their journeys. I do want to throw that out there first and foremost, but I do also want to stress the fact that because we are a little bit older and we're in our 30s, a lot of us still have a lot of reach when it comes to the younger generation, and I think it is important that we educate them about their bodies, about things that should be comfortable that may not be comfortable, and about the importance of learning yourself. So that is what this video is about. And it's also about the women who are so amazing, who may be, on a celibacy journey, who may be waiting until marriage, but to know and to be comfortable knowing about their bodies as well. I did not think I would be talking about this and this would be a video, but you know what? When God says move, you gotta move. I believe this will be one that will truly bless a lot of you. So if you are interested, please keep on watching. Also, for the sake of this video, and it not getting demonetized or flagged by YouTube, the word that sounds a lot like Staster Station, and you know what word I'm talking about, that's the word that we're going to be using throughout this video to replace the word that rhymes with Staster Station, okay? So first, I want to start off by saying it is important to be comfortable in your own body. There may be certain things you want to work on, you want to get better in, you may want things to look a certain way, whatever the case may be, but it is so important for you to love where you are and learn to love where you are. I personally had to go on that journey because there are always things about yourself that you want to change, or you may want to make better, or that you just don't like. And it is important that you give those things to God. And that was important for me to do first and foremost. You guys probably knew that was coming. But it was important for me to have the convo with God about my body. So things that you may be insecure about, things that you just don't really love about yourself, please give those things to God. I know a lot of women struggle in this area, so it's not like it's something that's completely out of the box. This is something that every woman deals with, and now especially there are so many young girls that are dealing with this as well. It's very important for them to learn how to love where they are too, especially at such a young age. I think we can all relate with being a teenager and wanting to develop faster, wanting to have more of something that we may not have had at a particular time. I remember in high school, I did not develop until starting college. Of course I had, some things, but at the same time, as far as being fully developed, I was still growing in college. And a lot of little girls struggle in that area. And especially now with social media, they are becoming even more desensitized to what a true and real body looks like. It is important that we learn how to love ourselves so we can teach them how to truly love themselves. And not just say that you love yourself, but really love yourself and love your body. So another tip that I want to give you guys on your body exploration and your self-love journey is to look at how things change over time. So do you ever look at old photos of yourself and you're like, dang, I remember I used to complain about stuff like that, or I remember when I used to complain about that, and look at how it is now. You compare yourself and you see that the things that you used to complain about when you may have been younger, or when you were at a different point in your life, and you're just like, that was really nothing. That is why it is so important to love where you are right now. That's another thing I love about photos, because it allows you to gauge and see where things were at a particular time. And I remember looking back at some of my old photos. I don't remember when it was, maybe being 28, 29, and I think that was when my body was banging. And I was just like, I can't believe at that particular time I used to complain about this or complain about that, and I just look back and I'm just like, look how amazing That is why it's so important to love where you are right now, because you may be 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now looking at your pictures right now and you're complaining about certain things that you have going on right now, that you're gonna be like in 5 years, girl, what? Complain about what? Girl, what? So here's where we get a little bit deeper. This is where I want you guys to truly educate yourself about everything on your body. When you look at a woman's body, I kid you not, it is such a beautiful work of art. And that was something that was laid on to me by God. God created this. Like, God made this absolutely amazing. There are so many things to explore, okay, and to love about your body as women. It is important to educate yourself about the ins and outs of your body, how things work, how things move, things that change. It is so important to know that about yourself. That allows you to not only know more about yourself, both in and out, and to be able to explain that, especially if you have daughters, cousins, sisters, like anybody in your family that you may, you know, be comfortable enough to have those conversations with. Like, this is something that we should not be shying away from. That is why there are so many videos on YouTube about women talking about things that we should know about but don't. When things are off balance in our bodies, when things go haywire because of whatever, that is why it is so important for us to have these conversations, and to not only have these conversations, but to be knowledgeable when we're having these conversations. That is why when we talk about body exploration, automatically people want to go to Staster Station. And that is not what this video is about. But at the same time, when it comes to really exploring yourself, that's what a lot of people go to. And what I'm more so talking about is understanding your body and being comfortable with exploring your body as a woman. This was something that the Holy Spirit started pouring into me. Like I said, our journeys are not the same. So that may not be the route for you, but that sure was the route for me. And when it came down to me really being comfortable enough with myself, that is why I stress the importance of this single season. Please take the time that you have to really learn and love you. Like, that is so beautiful to me, because there are women who are in marriages and relationships that are not sexually satisfied because they did not take the time to learn and love them. And that is why this to me is so important. And if touching yourself and really knowing yourself in all of those intimate parts makes you uncomfortable, there's obviously some work to do, because you should not be uncomfortable with your own body. This is your body that you were given only one, and you need to be very comfortable in it for as long as you're in it. Like I said, there are plenty of women who express that they're in marriages where they're not sexually pleased, they're not, you know, experiencing that intimacy on a level that they want to experience it on. Of course, when you get in a marriage, you don't know what's coming with the other person. It is important that you really truly know what you like and what you love. That does not, like I said, and I'm going to say it again, always have to lead into Staster Station. But it is important for you to connect with God as far as how far you can go. How far is too far? And that is something that I also did. So I want to make sure I give you guys that as well, because when it comes to being prepared and really enjoying your season of singleness, understand that when you are in a marriage, you two become one. So there are a lot of things that go into that. I'm not going to go into all of that, but understand that you two become one. When you are single, you have a lot of time to be able to distance yourself and to enjoy everything about you. It was important for me to learn about different things like yoni eggs, about different yoga positions, about things that pertain to vagina health as well. Like, these are all things that we should be educating ourselves about and understanding, that we can spread this knowledge within our community and with our daughters, sisters, cousins, whoever. This is why this is so important, y'all. Another tip that I want to give you guys is to have comfortable conversations with your doctor. I remember on an episode of Girlfriends where Joan told her gynecologist as she got older to make sure that her gynecologist was having a convo with her about children and her eggs. Thought back to that moment in that episode, and I thought how beautiful it is to have that relationship with your doctor, and how important it is to have those type of relationships and conversations with your doctor. I've honestly never experienced anything like that, and that's why this community is so important to me. Is I want us to be able to give referrals, suggestions, all these different things on this platform, because it is important for us to share information with each other. If you guys have a great gynecologist that you think is amazing, tell your fellow sister about that particular gynecologist. You never know. Personally, haven't had the best experiences with doctors and OBGYNs, but I will say as I get older, I get much more intentional about making sure that I am picking doctors that I am truly comfortable with and that are providing great service, because that is the very least that they can do. They are supposed to be educating you on the questions that you may have that you don't want to talk to anyone else about. It is very important to self-educate, but it is also important to have a professional validate what it is that you think you may know that you honestly may not know enough about. So have those conversations with your doctors. Please feel comfortable enough to, and if you don't, find a new doctor, y'all. The last tip that I want to give you guys is to truly embrace and love your body. Like I said, the female anatomy is such a beautiful one. It is important for you to be confident and to walk proudly in what it is that you have. I love my body. I love my curves. I love the fact that I'm not shy in these aspects. I give that to you guys because some of you may be shy, you may not be as confident, you may not really love where you are. But it is important, like I said at the very beginning, to give those things to God. I'm truly so grateful for the experience that I was given when I gave, not loving everything about myself to God, because that inner voice over time started to become more and more positive, and I started to see myself in such a beautiful light. If you don't love something about yourself, you have 3 options. You can change it, you can learn to love it, or you can do both. And I honestly love choosing both. This truly allows you to love you right where you are and to know that you're working towards greater and better. The revelation that God gave me on this self-love and body exploration journey thus far that I really want to share with you guys was that I gave you this body for you to love it, for you to appreciate it, and for you to experience all it has to offer. And that is something I truly take with me. I truly hope that you guys take heed to that, and I hope that you are truly devoting your time to really learn how to really love you. So beautiful people, if you enjoy this video, please do not hesitate and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to share this video with a friend, please do not hesitate on doing that as well. This is how we will continue to build this community, so that always helps as well. As always, guys, remember to keep God first and to stay winning spiritually. Peace.